Hey guys, welcome back to this Kalyug Techie channel, and in this video we are going to build different kind of app bar. So let's start without any further ado. So here we have a scaffold, and in here we have the list view to plot our different app bars here. So let's start by making the simplest app bar with wrapping container to the app bar widget. And here we have the text widget. We place the app bar in it and just change the let's have the leading button over in the app bar, and we can give any kind of widget, you can say, and icons, and we have an action on it. So we are not just placing the action, let's place the background color to the app bar and as well to the text widget and also to the icon button. And it's a simplest app bar, and we will name it as in a comment so we are easy to reading. Here we have the another app bar with a trailing. So we'll just wrap again app bar with a container, and here we have again the title. So we'll copy it and change the background color as same as previous one, and let's place the margin because we want some separation between previous and the current app bar. And let's place a trailing, which is why we are making this container or this app bar. Place some actions button, and here we want to place a menu icon button. So we'll place a pop-up menu button which contains a pop-up items. So we need a list of strings to generate list items in the menu item. So just give it a name as you like. Okay, we have the map property in the list, so we'll use that to generate the items in the pop-up menu button, and we'll put the strings elements in the text widget. And do not forget to put the toList property because pop-up menu button doesn't take the map parameter. We have to convert it into toList and place some icons so we can have easy readability and good look. And you can see now with changing the color on pressing we have the menu item. Let's now build another app bar with a, you can say, change the icon settings, and we have we are adding the setting button in this action bar. We can place as many as actions button in the bar as much we have space. So now we have the center title. The app bar was just, there is a property center title, we have to make it true, and we can see we have centered app bar. The simplest one, the app bar with the centered title, that's it. And after it we have the all combination of all the app bars in the next app bar, where we have the trailing, leading, and the center icon, central text, and as well as the actions button. So we'll just copy paste required things like trailings and head and leading. Yes, this is it. And we can place as many as icon buttons or actions as we have talked. Now another one is the searchable app bar, where we have the drawer and the searchable text field. So again the same process, container, and in the container we have the app bar, and in the leading we have drawer icon. On the action we will perform the action later. First of all, just place the icons and widgets. Now in the app bar's title, we are going to provide a text field because it takes a widget, and text field also a widget. So we are providing a border to none because we don't want to show any border to it, and hint text to search because it suits searchable field. And we have going to have a suffix icon, which is going to be a circular avatar where we can show user email and kind of thing. And we are going to place a radius on the text field because how much you want to be expanded. So this is a max radius, and we have also on press event you can place any events to it. And now it's time to place some drawer in our widget tree. So we'll provide in a scaffold and drawer with a child. So it's a simple one, we are not going to make any complex it. So let's define a global key to open the drawer from the suffix icon, which is drawer, sorry, from the leading icon. And don't forget to provide the key to the scaffold, otherwise it's not going to work. And that's it guys. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe to this channel for more videos.